Ladies, gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, meine Damen und Herren, señores y señoras, it is Competo 2v2 time once again, and we got, they changed their colors once again. Now I have a nice idea, I will just have the same color for each team, so we won't have this problem anymore. Let's just go for the teal color here as well. And there we go. It is Aristeo who's playing with Qbert, and those two guys playing against Sid and Lil Kanan, and Sid and Lil Kanan were able to take the first game with a constant circling Hellion pressure, and they decided to keep on pressuring. Meanwhile, Aristeo and Qbert decided to take a little bit more up, and in the end, this was not the best decision because in the end, Lil Kanan and Sid just had more stuff, were able to wreak havoc in the main base of Qbert, later on in the main base of Aristeo as well, and in the end, they were not able to come back to this game, Team Empire here, in terms of economy, and that's why Lillesid is up 1-0, and they're spawning here on the right side. Empire is spawning here on the left side. The map is Monolith Ridge, and Lillesid is up 1-0, needs to win 2 more games. Empire needs to win 3 more games. Now the pool started about the same time for each player. Meanwhile, the Lil Kanan is not going for very fast barracks. He went for the refinery before the barracks, which means that the refinery before the barracks is that we got a fast factory coming up here pretty soon. On the other hand, this barracks for Qbert just finished, and Qbert is even going for the second refinery as fast as possible. This is really, really interesting. So I'm really looking, I'm really, really curious where this is going by those two guys. So, factory timing is about the same for each player. We see there the reactor on the factory, on the barracks, but the factory being built next to it, so it looks like Qbert wants to go for some reacted Hellions. Once again, meanwhile, absolutely the same is happening here for Lil Kanan, but I'm still curious why Lil Kanan decided to go for this. Okay, now I know what's going on. Lil Kanan decided to go for the refinery first to get enough gas up. On the other hand, Qbert decided to go just for the double refinery to get enough gas up. Now there we see the tech lab, the reactor switch is coming up. Aristeo was here in the base of Qbert, getting rid of a one scouting vehicle, but now here is Sid with his zerglings. The metabolic boost will be finished for Aristeo a little bit sooner, and he also already went for the roach run, which were finished in 5 seconds, not making those banelings too powerful here, which Sid is currently producing. So Sid pulling back with his zerglings for the moment. We see an overlord here on the bottom high ground and on the top high ground as well, and with those two overlords, Aristeo and Qbert do have enough vision on the middle without actually having to use a unit here at the Zellnager watchtower. So now Zergling's moving up, trying to find any hidden expansions or just trying to secure the Zellnager watchtower, and this is so important, having control over the Zellnager watchtower here in the middle. And now Lil Kanan and Sid are moving out once again. Aristeo, he's got 5 roaches out, and with those 5 roaches out, it should be easy peasy to repel those. Now here are the banelings, and the banelings will get taken out. One baneling going down, but of course Aristeo is a smart player. He knows that he can't move out too far, because if he's moving out too far, this is just too many Zerglings for him to handle. We see neither player is not yet going for an expansion. We see Aristeo here at this going for the lair once again. Meanwhile, it's just more Zerglings, more overlords, and probably more banelings for Sid. And once again, Qbert going with the blue flame Hellion follow up. But the big difference between this game and the last game was that Aristeo got quite some roaches, and looks like Lil Kanan decided to move at the front, just lost a single Hellion without doing too much damage at all here. And oh, those two guys not paying attention. All the Hellions of Lil Kanan were able to get in the base of Cubit, and there they will just wreak havoc in the mineral line. And now I'm really, oh, but nice job. He was not paying enough attention. A nice job by Aristeer to try to distract all those Hellions long enough with the Zerglings, and this was just absolutely. I mean, he could have killed all the SCVs, but instead he killed like 3 of 20, and this is not what you want to call worth it at all. Meanwhile, more Zerglings by Sid just trying to do some damage to the forces here of Cubit and Aristeer, but if you have a certain amount of Hellions and some Roaches in the mix as well, a couple of Zerglings will probably do nothing at all here. So there we see Sid. Looks like he's trying to move out through the top, but Aristeer with his Overlord knows everything, so that's why Sid stopped and decided not to. Oh, actually, he still decides to move away, but now Cubit with his Blue Flame Hellion finished, not losing a single unit, and now just roasting and toasting so many of those Zerglings here. And it's just looking better and better for Aristeer and Cubit. The supply not looking too good for our friend City here. Only at 26, meanwhile the rest is at least 40, 50, 60 supply here in general. But now we see Sid GGing out of the game, realizing, okay, this is over as soon as those Hellions and Roaches arrived in his base. Meanwhile, Lil Kanan just had a Banshee out, but this Banshee is slightly too late, and Lil Kanan still in the game, deciding to do some damage with the Banshee, but it is already too late. And yeah, that's why this game is over. And Empire taking game number 2, so tying up the series 1-1. So this best of 5 just became a best of 3. So let me just get in contact with Sid to see which map those guys are willing to play on.